Okay, so I am seeing a lot of, I'm going to call it financial hopelessness, but I know I'm not the first one to come up with that term. But that's what I'm going to call it for the sake of this video. I'm seeing a lot of this going around where everybody is so hit by everything going on, the economy getting worse, the prices going up, the housing market skyrocketing so high we can never really hope to get into it unless it drops significantly. And a lot of people are getting to a point of we're just never going to get there. It's a feeling of hopelessness. And the fact is, social media is not helping because we have a whole bunch of people showing all these, I got rich overnight and you can do it too. Or look at this new house, car, purse, whatever that I just bought. It only cost me this X number of thousands of dollars, whatever. That's not helping us, especially when we then have the older generation, and no offense to them at all, because I know you guys struggled so much too with different things, like the Great Depression or the wars. But it doesn't help when we have the older generation coming in and being like, well, I was able to buy a house and all this, you guys just aren't prioritizing properly. There's a yes and no to both of that. The fact is, a lot of the younger generation are not prioritizing things appropriately. They're buying a bunch of coffees. They're buying the top quality cell phone and renewing every single year. They have a ton of subscriptions to Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu, whatever. They tons of subscriptions, tons of little spends, and then trying to look rich as well by buying designer brand clothes, having the fancy outfits, having the special cars and all that. And even if you're not doing it, there are a lot of people that are doing it. So it's good to point that out. If you're not in that category, then don't worry about that. We'll get to you. But the point is that yes, there are a lot of people in the younger generation that are not prioritizing things properly. But that is not only the case. There's the other side of the story as well, where yes, housing prices were a lot lower then, but so were wages. But at the same time, the comparison isn't exactly the same because things are a lot harder now and you can't get as far on one income. You used to be able to pay for a car, a house, kids' college, not college loans, pay for the kids' college when they grow older and all that on the man's salary. It was a one-income household, and that was doable. You had to live on a budget. You could not live outside of your means and all that, but it was doable. It is still technically doable now, but it's infinitely harder. I know because for my husband and I live on a single income. The problem is that it's so hard to manage that, especially with two kids. Now I'm getting into a web design business as well, just to help bring in further income. So it's not just we don't know how to prioritize things properly. It's that we are all struggling in this economy that just keeps getting worse and worse. And then the housing market just keeps going up and up and up and up, and you need to make more and more income in order to even qualify for a loan for the house. And then the job opportunities, while technically there are more jobs available than ever, every single place I go to has a help wanted sign, everybody's hiring. They have such high standards to get in that they want 10 years of experience for an entry-level job. And the only jobs you can get into are minimum wage jobs, which are not career positions. You cannot feed your family and raise and grow a family on a minimum wage job. You'd have to work like 3 or 4. So people are getting into a point of financial hopelessness because of all of these factors that are all coming together at the same time. And it feels like you just can't get anywhere in life. And no matter how hard you try, you just can't get ahead. But there are ways out of that. And that's what this video is about. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to shift your mindset. I know, sounds like something that a rich person would say or whatever, but I'm not rich. I have struggles too, believe it or not. I've told you, I'm building my own business at the same time to help my husband with the income. But I've done enough research on finances, I know what I'm talking about. So you need to shift your mindset. Adopt a growth-oriented mindset. That's what's important. Don't look at everything as a challenge of, I'm never going to get there, I can't, like the system is rigged against me, or just whatever comes into your mind. If you get hit with the struggle, it's hard, but you need to tell yourself, how can I grow from this? What do I need to learn? What do I need to master? How do I become better? If you are the hardest worker at your firm or your job or in any place you are working at, whatever your position is, whether you're a lawyer, doctor, minimum wage employee, doesn't matter. If you are the hardest working person there and you keep getting passed up for promotions, instead of telling yourself that the boss has favorites, which, let's face it, they might, because that's perfectly capable and perfectly plausible in today's day and age. Shouldn't be a thing, but it happens. But rather than telling yourself the boss has favorites, how can you be even better than that employee? Even if you already are, how can you make it so that your boss sees more from you? How do they get to a point where they can't deny how useful you are, where they can't let you go because then they'll have to replace like 3 or 4 people for you? I know it's the opposite argument a lot of people give of, well, just demand your worth and don't expect anything less. Not in today's economy, because there are too many people desperate for jobs. I'm sorry, but it's truth. If you quit your job, there will be 4 people more than happy to take your place. And the company will be happy to take them in, because even though it will cost the company in time for training and it'll cost them more for paying more employees instead of just one, the company will be happy to do it, because then they're graciously giving out jobs to people instead of giving you the deserved raise. So you have to make yourself irreplaceable. That's step 1. You have to shift your mindset. How can you be more? How can you take any hardship coming at you and use it as a learning curve? I'm guilty of this myself. I have plenty of times where the grocery budget just isn't there and we have to stretch things out farther. It's really challenging. And I have to tell myself that I can use it as a learning curve for how much can I stretch out the groceries this week? What creative thinking can I use to take whatever we have and stretch it out over more meals than normal? And honestly, over time, I've been getting really, really good at that. My husband is very impressed how much I can stretch out groceries sometimes. But it's a skill I needed to learn. Shifting your mindset makes it more powerful. And if you continuously grow your knowledge and continuously grow your capabilities and your mindset, you will automatically be better than a lot of people, because they're stuck in victim mode. You're going into empowerment mode. And aside from being better than all of your employees, co-workers, sorry, not employees, aside from being better than them with your different mindset and your ability to take everything as a learning experience, you get 2 benefits from that. Is 1, your boss is going to like you a lot more, and you're going to have a much better look on life because you're seeing things through a positive lens instead of negative. And 2, this is a good one here, you will have the capabilities to do more in your own life. If you decide that you are doing the work of 4 people at your job and you are worth more, and any company at all would be happy to have you for that, you can actually do something about that. If your company refuses to give you a raise, refuses to do anything for you, you can always go to another company and explain the situation. Say, I can do all this stuff, and this is what I need. If the company wants you, they will hire you. Maybe not for the amount that you require, but they might hire you. Or, better of all, you could start your own business doing that. You could be an entrepreneur. Those are ways you can be benefited by the growth mentality. Then you need to set realistic goals. That's number 3 in this. Set realistic goals. And you have to make sure they align with your values. Don't settle for, I want more money. Why do you want more money? Really think about this. This isn't a silly question of, well, why wouldn't I want more money? I want groceries. I want food over a roof over my head. I want all this. Good. Focus on that, because you will hit hard times and you need to have your why. Why are you doing this? That's important. And you're going to hear me speak about it over and over and over again in all of these videos, on this entire channel, on my blog, all of it. It's not easy, so you need to have a why. For me, I want more time with my husband. I want my husband to get to see more of my kids. That's why I'm doing my own business now, so I can bring in some income and he can take some time off without us feeling the pain of it. I want to achieve financial freedom. I know I am not the only one. It's a growing mindset right now. It's becoming a movement. Some people call it the FIRE movement. You need to have goals. That's what's going to motivate you. You need to set goals, write them on a vision board, do whatever you need to do, set your goals. And if they're really big goals, like let's say I want to make $1 million by the end of the year, break it up into smaller pieces. I want $1,000 by the end of this month. My business needs to make $1,000 by the end of this month. Focus on hitting that goal. Then focus on, in the next month, it needs to hit $10,000. Make it realistic. Grow it carefully so it's not, I have 365 days left to make $1 million. How in the world am I going to do this? Start with something small. Make it easy. Not easy, but make it believable. Break it up into doable pieces. That's important. And then celebrate your successes. Don't beat yourself up because, well, yay, I made $1,000, but I'm still not at the $1 million. No, celebrate that $1,000. Because even the small successes, if you take time to register it, and I'm guilty of this myself, I tend to hit a goal and okay, what's the next thing? Let's get to it. When you hit that goal, celebrate it. Take time to acknowledge your accomplishment. Because if you do that, it's going to be an empowering feeling. You're going to want more. It's going to be much easier to motivate yourself to keep going if you're taking time to celebrate the successes. And I don't mean if you're trying to lose weight and you put down a cookie that you shouldn't have picked up anyway. Technically, a lot of coaches would say celebrate that anyway, and if you want to, by all means, go ahead, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about celebrating that you did the workout, or celebrating that you finished the first week of a 6-week, 8-week program. Celebrate your successes. You are showing up for yourself. You are doing the work. So celebrate that. The other thing you need to do is to seek support. We can't all do this alone. Everybody in America right now is feeling this. I imagine in third world countries too, but especially in America right now, the economy is so bad. We're having such a really hard time. Seek support. Talk to people. Share your struggles. See if maybe they've gone through the same thing and they've figured that out, but they're going through another thing right now. So they can give you advice. Maybe you can give them some advice on something else. Find experts that you can look up to. People like Dave Ramsey or Tony Robbins or Robert Kiyosaki or Grant Cardone. Find experts like that. Then find people you can use for advice. Whether it's hiring a financial advisor, a older and more experienced person in your family who knows how things work. Read books. Take courses. Expand your knowledge. And the final thing you need to do is you need to take action. It's all well and good to watch a video, say, yes, these are all good points, or nah, she didn't really hit the points. On to the next video. You need to take action. Whether it's from my video or from somebody else's video, if you don't take action to make your life better, it's not going to get better. You can sit there daydreaming all day and just be like, well, I don't feel motivated, or I don't know what I can do. I don't know how finances work. I don't know. Take action. If you don't know something, learn it. If you don't know what the next step is, figure it out. If you don't know who to talk to, ask around. Maybe somebody else knows someone you can talk to. Word of mouth. If you don't have enough money coming in, find a way to bring money in. Do an Uber Eats. Create a business. Do something. Freelance. Dog sit. Daycare. Something. Take action. Don't postpone anymore. No procrastination. This is the personal trainer in me coming up, but you got to deal with it. It's a challenging world we live in, but if you don't take action, no one's going to take action for you. I can't make you go out and set a budget and invest in the stock market and all that. I can't make you go out and buy books and courses to figure out how to get ahead. I can't make you go to a support group and talk to people and figure out what the next step is. I can't make you do that. You have to do it yourself. And if you don't, it doesn't affect my life. It doesn't affect your friend's life. It affects your life. If you don't take action, you are the only one suffering. You need to take the action. You need to do what you're required to do. Now, as for support, if you would like, There, I have a Facebook group for people in the Financial Academy. You can go over there. I will drop the link in the details below. Head over there, join the group, share your struggles, share your frustrations, share your strategies and your solutions. This is a like-minded group of all people that want to support each other. We want to achieve financial freedom. We want to have financial independence. And I wrote a book for financial literacy, Money Made Simple. I'll put the link to that below as well. It doesn't have to be hard. We can manage this. We can do it. We just have to take the action to do it. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I know I covered a lot in 15 minutes. I did intend for this video to be shorter, but there was a lot to cover. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I have a lot of answers. I may not be the most financially successful guru, but I'm going through it all with you, and I've read so many books and taken so many courses to figure it all out. So many people saying they don't know how to get ahead. I'm going there too, but I have a strategy. I know what I'm doing because I've done so much research into this. I know the best way to do it because I've followed all of the experts. I'm putting it all together into what's the most realistic way that the average person like you or I could get ahead. And if you want to go and watch somebody like Dave Ramsey or whatever who's already achieved success, by all means, go ahead. I get it. But there's so many people that want to watch someone growing and they want to grow with that person. That's why I created this channel. So we can grow together and I can share all of the knowledge that I've garnered over the years with you, and we can grow. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys. Have a great day.